Every day we encounter stories. Friends share stories. We hear stories on the radio, online, in the books and the articles that we read. Stories are everywhere. Many of the stories that we hear are negative. They're stories of discouragement, stories that spark fear and anxiety and hopelessness in us. However, alongside all these negative stories, the reality is that God is writing millions of stories. Stories of incredible joy, beauty, and hope. Stories that point people to Jesus.
My name is Walt Manus.
I'm Josh Curra.
I'm Annie Manus, and we are a team of storytellers.
We believe that God has called us to use media to share these stories of hope and joy with the world.
We're hardwired to understand and engage with story because we're in the middle of the greatest story ever told, and we feel it. We're connected to it.
As followers of Jesus, we've actually been invited into this story. And for those who engage with it, we find that this story changes our lives
And opens our eyes to see the world in a completely different way.
A few years ago, we made a film about our daughter's adoption. It ended up going viral and millions of people saw it.
We heard countless stories from people about how God had used the film to stir up passion in them for Jesus. We heard about families who decided to adopt after watching the film. And all over the internet, we were seeing conversations starting about who Jesus is, about the goodness of God, about the sanctity of life. And all of this was from just this simple 15-minute video that we made about our daughter's adoption.
Our eyes were open like never before to the power of story.
We live in an incredible time in history.
We can tell a story online, and instantly it's shared globally.
We found that everywhere that you find people walking with Jesus, you also find these incredible stories of God's love and His faithfulness.
At Story Partners, it is our passion to find these stories, to tell them well, and to use today's technology to share them with the world.
It is our hope at Story Partners that every film that we make, God somehow uses to encourage others and to point their hearts towards Jesus.